Hello, good beings, and welcome to Midnight Requiem. Today we will be discussing about three unusual people: Myrtle, Corbin, also known as the Four-Legged Lady, and Chang and Egg Bunker, the conjoined twin brothers. Now, to start with, Chang and Egg Bunker were born 1811 in Meklong, Siam, now known as Thailand. They were just normal boys who played with their siblings and stirred their father's boat, except they were stuck together. They were what we know now as conjoined twins. This means that the two siblings are connected to each other. They were the first pair of twins to be documented through records. The original name Siamese twins even derived from them, as they were from Siam. The brothers were joined from the waist by a 3.25-inch tubular band tissue. As babies, the tissue caused them to face each other. As they grew older, their mother insisted that they regularly exercise, which caused the tissue to stretch, allowing them to walk side by side. The only organ that the two shared was the liver. Other than that, each brother had their own complete set of organs. Their life changed in 1824 when they met Robert Hunter, a British merchant. Hunter immediately recognized the fortune that could be gained by the twins on exhibition. He received permission from the twins' mother, and the king of the Siam to take the boys out of Siam and to the United States. In April 1829, the twins boarded a trading vessel and began their 138-day journey. At the same time, they started to learn English. Once they arrived in Boston, they immediately began being put on exhibit to the public. The twins received a percentage of the profit. They demonstrated how they were physically connected and put on a performance for everyone to see in the show. While in Boston, the twins caught the attention of Joseph Sky. Joseph was a doctor. He asked the twins if he can run experiments on them. Of course, the twins gave him permission. They were also examined by John Warren, a professor of anatomy and surgery at Harvard Medical School. He observed that the twins' heartbeat and breathing were synchronized. They moved in harmony too. After a life in the public eye in 1839, Chang and Eng decided to buy a farm in North Carolina. After a time, they met the Yates sisters, whose family were also farmers. They soon began courting them, and on April 13, 1843, they married the two sisters. After the marriage, they began to have children, and it was obvious that they would have to live in separate houses. The wives and children would live in their own homes, and the conjoined twins would rotate residence every 3 days. Chang and his wife had up to 10 children, while Eng and his wife had 12 children. None of the children were born to the brothers were conjoined twins. After a while, they went back to traveling and were consulted with doctors about the possibilities of surgical separation. They were almost 60 years old and began to fear what would happen to the other if one of them should pass away. They continuously told that if the surgery was done to separate them, that it would be fatal. On January 17, 1874, Chang Bunker passed away from a cerebral blood clot. His brothers soon followed 3 hours later. The brothers who not only lived productive lives despite it, but thrived because of it. And now for Myrtle Corbin. Born in Lincoln County, Tennessee in 1868 with a medical condition known as dipygus, resulting in 2 pelvises and 4 legs, doctors concluded that her extra internal and external parts were supposed to be her twin separate parts, who only fully developed down from the waist. This conjoined twinning made her have 2 different bodies from the core. She was able to control her sister's legs, but they were too weak and could not be used for walking. Over time, it made it difficult for her to walk, as she owned only 1 usable leg. Doctors couldn't explain, but she was simply a miracle. Analyzing her birth conditions, doctors found no abnormalities. There was nothing peculiar about her delivery. It was proven that what happened was not genetic. Her rise to fame started at the age of 13. The world became her runway. Her popularity reached heights when she worked with P.T. Barnum, followed by Ringling Bros and Coney Island. She often dressed her limbs with socks and her ones with shoes. Her popularity rewarded her with lucrative package of that era, $450 a week. At the age of 19, she married James Clinton Becknell, who insisted on her retiring from the sideshow to start a new life in the farms, a true love that showed he was very into her. After the marriage, the other aspect of Corbin's bizarre anatomy surfaced. Her twin sister was sexually formed, making Myrtle own 2 vaginas. Her existence revealed more mysteries, strange, and interesting oddities when she became pregnant the following year of her marriage. Sadly, her pregnancy offered her discomfort, resulting in an abortion, but she recovered soon and gave birth to 8 children. Later, only 4 survived. Medicals claimed that she underwent labor from each womb. The strong woman gave birth from both sides. In 1910, census revealed that 4 surviving children's names are Nancy Estelle, Frances Clinton, Ruby, and Lillian J. The girl who left work was back in the business as a woman at 41. She was seen in Huber's Museum in New York in 1909. For 5 years, Myrtle continued to entertain thousands, sometimes in Dreamland Circus, Sideshow, and other Coney Island times. On May 6, 1928, Josephine Myrtle Corbin Bicknell passed away from a skin infection, which no cure existed back then. Her story is incredible, inspiring, and she never allowed her circumstances to her life, restricting the deformity to hinder her life view. Myrtle soared ambitiously high and lived every happiness with pride. Now remember, my good beings, be nice, loving, caring to each other. With each of us caring for each other, loving and understanding, we will all make this world better. I hope everyone has a beautiful night and a wonderful day.